Oh, wait. Where's my notes? Don't we we can make believe that Kennedy is still alive and we're shooting for the moon and smiling Jack is driving by and they say good try. Tomorrow Winnie's going to die. I'm waiting for the dogs to come in and settle down. Hi, honey bear. Hi, Stanley. You want to come and talk with me, Stanley? This is I gotta go. Kitty gotta go. Paper trail. We're gonna talk about or data trails. Got his ass kicked the first time he came down here slumming. Concrete Blonde. I've listened to this album since like 1987, 1988. What year did it come out, I wonder? Bloodletting. Bloodletting. In case you want to know what bloodletting is, it's the it's basically consuming freaking blood for therapeutic purposes, we'll say. Concrete Blonde. Bloodletting. It came out in the 1990. Okay, so I was 16, 15, 16. I've listened to this album ever since. It's a great album. I love the album. That's one band I never saw. I never saw Concrete Blonde. I don't know how much they toured. And if they tour now, I wouldn't see them because it's not Concrete Blonde. It's a version of. Hi, baby girl. You want up? You want to go up? Let me by on my stairs and I'm in the wood. Okay, pretty girl. Go by. Come on, honey bear. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, bye. Come on, honey bear. Come on, I'll go turn up the fan. Good girl. Oh, you want to go up those? Excuse me. Oh my God. Get help. My dog gets situated. Come here, pretty. Come here. Go there. Good girl. Go there. Go there. Step there. Step there. Step there. Step there. Step. Step. You got it. Good girl. Good girl, little legs. Go sit on it. Whoop. I got you. Watch your foot. Good girl. She gets up there. That's her little legs are like that long. She made it over there. She uses the stairs, I guess, kind of help her a little bit. But there's stairs on the other side of the kennel too. Options. All right, time for the fan, Sugar Pop. We got it easy though where we are. It's not near the temperatures of other parts. It's the Aquarius full moon today, so people are gonna be all kinds of spicy. There's Luna. I got Luna right there. This is where Benny's spot used to be, but now Luna's taking it over. She's right there. She's just black, you can't see her. Hi! Hi, pretty girl. There's a happy lady. She came from I've had her 9 years, and she came from a puppy mill. Not a puppy mill. Tucker came from a puppy mill. She came from South Carolina, about 56 miles from where the sun or the moon exited the path of totality in 2017. And then when they put out the appeal at the rescue that I got her from in Omaha, where I lived at the time, she had 40 minutes left before she was going to be put down, and they were looking for a foster, and I was like, I'll take her. So she got to ride. She rode up from South Carolina all the way to Omaha, and then when we moved to Oregon, she went. So basically, and her name was Luna, so moon. So basically, she traveled the path of totality backwards, and then we ended up in Salem and saw the eclipse in 2017 as it started. So she's a remarkable dog. She has a very good story, and she doesn't even care to know it. I gotta turn on the AC. Mom's still sleeping. She likes to wake up listening to me yammer sometimes. I called today's talk. So conversations are two-sided. Okay, talk. I called today's talk data print because, as I've understood it, every time you share something out there, it kind of shows the world how you vibrate frequentially by what you choose to look at. So I've lived a purposeful IT life, and I used to watch Corn too. Where are you from? I'm not from any place. Really. Where are you from? Are you a person or are you a bot? Because I think there's more bots than there are people. I'm not saying you're not a person. It's okay. You can be confused. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath, and I just like to talk about how I feel about things. Because life didn't work out how I planned it. So, I live in Taos, New Mexico, which is a trip of in its own. And I tell stories. Because life is a trip. And it's more entertaining to tell things that happen in real life. Like, did you see the one from about that kid in? Oh, you're from Turkey? I almost went to Turkey, but instead they diverted me back in 2003 when they diverted. When we bombed Iraq, but instead I ended up going to that little island of Crete in the Mediterranean, and instead we decimated them from there. And I'm sorry for my part in that. I'm very sorry for my service. That's one of the things that I do on my platform is I tell people how disingenuous the government is. I don't really like to go by titles, and I don't join groups. That's the best thing I learned in my years of AA is I don't identify with groups like religions, stuff like that. My God is good orderly direction. I just try not to hurt people. Even though I look kind of scary, I really am not. I'm really one of those people that have just been real hurt in their life, like throughout their life consecutively. You want to go that way, Tuck? Come on, honey bear. Come get your girl. Come on. It's alright, Luna. You don't gotta go. Come on, Tuck. Come on. She's up there. We'll get her. Good boy. Go get her. Tucker likes going up the back stairs, and Luna likes going up the front ones. Good boy. Get her kisses. Get her kisses. Gotta get her kisses. Go ahead. Good boy. There you go. There's your lady. We're all codependent on each other. Alright, well, I don't remember where I was. I'll just talk about what I was going to talk about. So, data print. Because I know that it's it's a measuring tool. Like statistics, all that stuff, demographics, Nielsen ratings, it's all to see what people are looking at to determine how they're thinking. They're tools to measure how they can guide the narrative here on planet Earth. Mother is from your country and we're coming to your country. That's cool. The more the merrier, because I don't believe there's 7 billion people on planet Earth. I think your experience on this plane is contingent on your frequency and who you're aligned to. And when you aren't aligned to everybody else, you're not sharing the same experience. If you never go to a football stadium with 47,000 people, is he even there? Because our perception is based on our reality. How old am I? Old. I'm old. I'm so old. I act like I'm 15. I am not. That's what's kind of fun about it, is I have acquired all this life experience, and now I just fucking talk trash about all the shit I said. I got here. Let me show you. People like evidence. This is me. I used to get those disposable cameras back in the late 90s, early 2000s, like they had at weddings and stuff. And so I took that couple of those. This is from my hotel room when I stayed in Crete. I was on Suda Bay when we bombed Iraq. I was on Suda Bay. This is from the Sun, the hotel where most of the military's contractors and stuff stayed. It's all about collecting a paycheck. See, we become the threat, and then we pay ourselves hazardous duty. And I spell duty, D-O-O-T-I-E. Here's some helicopters on the flight line that we used to boom diddy boom, because it's all, oh, boom diddy boom. There's fucking no what. It's like, it's such a sick thing. But hey, I got to play in a pool, and I got to stay in a really expensive hotel. You want to see the hotel that they put us up in? It makes me sick that this is the shit that people have parades for. What this country is. It's a lie. It's a set. It's a stage production. It's the Muppets. It's lights, camera, action. It's bullshit. It was in Hanya is the hotel I stayed in, called the Panorama. So it was very surreal, and they just redid the pool, and it was like I would stay there, and I fit in like a tourist. That's the hotel that they put me up in, and so my hotel room was right about there on the 3rd floor, and yeah. Go ahead, bud. One over here. Anyway, so data trail. I once knew a guy he applied. He was in IT like me, and he went to before I came into it, became the stay-at-home daughter. I was in IT professionally in 3D world, and he went to go apply for a data center out in Council Bluffs, and when he walked in for his uniform, the guy that did the uniform walked in and plops down a stack of papers like this and said, "That's your whole Google history. Your son is an all-star." I don't know what that means. Alice? I don't know. It could be Alice. Anyway, so and so I was in IT. I went to college. You know, I know what they track. There's a program for everything. I didn't go into intelligence artificial because I didn't like the people that were involved in that career field. I didn't want to have to hang out with people like that all day. So I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm a real person. I'm an authentic being. I don't want to have anything to do with that freaking stupid bullshit. If I want a thumbnail, you know, that's all wookie doo, I'll fucking picture it in my head and then I'll draw it, because I'm mechanical, I'm artistic, I'm autistic, I'm all the shit, you know? That's what we're supposed to be. You know, human beings aren't supposed to just play baseball and football. They're supposed to be multifaceted, you know? And so, they had software back in 2002 Not maybe the military does, but see, when I was in the Air Force, we couldn't even get our oil filters for our units, for our maintenance tasks that maintain the planes, because they're always building new buildings and putting new, every year they buy new furniture. It's all a fucking, America's been fucking duped, man. I'm here to tell you, you've been lied to your whole time. You got a bunch of fucking people with no practical skills that tell you, the people that have practical skills, like me, I have practical skills. I'm a mechanic. I'm freaking an A-type IT professional. I'm a healthcare provider to my mom. I'm a veterinarian to my dogs when I can't get them to the vet. You know, I mean, there's all these things that people can do, and they just don't feel like doing anything but playing video games, sitting on their couch, and it's quite unfortunate. I hear, I don't hang out with kids because I'm an adult. That's weird. He plays good bass. Oh, he's an all-star. Well, I've lived in Omaha, and let me tell you, the College World Series was a fucking suck to me every fucking year. Don't, like, that's great if people play sports, but I hope he can also change a tire. I hope he can also cook his own meal. I hope he knows how to do his own laundry. You see what I mean? Like, I have nothing against, like, people playing. I have a problem with people that's all they fucking do. And they do nothing else. And I'm an Aries. I got a lot. Well, I'm switching to Vedic. I'm a very impassioned being. I mean no harm. I come in peace. I'm a passionate person. So a lot of people take offense to that. Like, I don't know who you are. So I hope you and your boy are great. I just have been seeing too many people that live on the streets while other people play too much, and these days need to end. So evidently these young people, they're not drinking. They don't want to do all this stuff. They don't want to do the imposed life. They're following their hearts. See, because when kids are born, they come through their mom's portal, right from source, from the creator, with all the answers. Creator has all the answers, and then you have these little beings that can't communicate verbally, but they know everything because they just came from the all-knowing place, the no place space, the playground of souls or whatever, and then they come here, and then we're supposed to learn from them. Watch them learn, and then we learn how it's like, but then you got the freaking pasty whites, grays, call them whatever you want. Some chick said that NASA said that, like, brown people, black people were aliens. I think it's the other way around. I think it's if see, because I got white blood in me, part like Scottish, European, and then mom is the brown blood, Spanish, Native American, right? So I have inner conflict from spirit and ego, because I look at the colonial as ego shit, and I look at the brown part as spirit, like, because black has all the colors and white is absence of all color. See how that works? So they so absence of and so like the people that can't get the sun, like, you repel the sun, you get red, you get blood, it hurts you. Like, that's not natural, I don't think. So I think NASA has it twisted. I think it's my white blood that's the alien blood, because white is closer to gray. I don't care what the fuck people are. People can be monkeys, they can be, lizards, they can be people can be whatever animal they want to act like, because we're just animals with thumbs. And if you look in the streets of the world, like, it's a free-for-all. People want to hurt people because they're soulless. They have removed their soul, that connection to source that says don't hurt people. Don't, yeah. Crazy is anybody that's going to hurt somebody for any reason, to me, as I understand it. So I don't care what people are. I care about what people do with what they are. That is my concern. People can change. I changed. I used to be like them, and then as I hung out with them, and I lived more from my heart, I came to conclusions, and I was determined that no, I don't. This isn't fun. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like them, and so I started modifying my behavior with decades of criticism added. Go ahead, Stanley. My light's on his table. Oh, this is why I hate Humvees. Why I get triggered by Humvees. I'll show you. Where's that picture? All I can do is flip people off. I get triggered by shit. I don't know where the Humvee picture is, but because they made those. They made them, and then they used them to kill people that didn't deserve to die in Iraq. And then America all gung ho said, and then they started. Then see, that's what it's about. Is they make the war and then they sell the product that says "Yay Team Us." You see, and then they didn't start production and selling them, I think, publicly until 2006. I can't remember, and I've been looking up this stuff for years. It's just as IT changes and data becomes more misinterpreted and changed and morphed into whatever people believe, that it becomes more and more manipulated. So, like, I could look something up, and the 4 people that are watching this TikTok video can look up the same thing, and we probably come up with different answers based on our demographics. Like, not everybody lives on the same planet. I was talking to somebody the other day, because I look at the map a lot, because I don't get to travel around because it's too hot and we don't take off too far. I've been taking Mom out more, but it's just still too hot. When it cools down, I'll take her out with me. So I look for places to go and stuff, and it's always good to know your surroundings. And it occurred to me that I'm from California, so my whole life, basically, to determine distance and how long it was going to take me to get someplace, it was essentially a mile a minute. So basically, I grew up in Redding. If you lived on one side of the town and to the other, it doesn't matter how, it'd take you about 15 minutes to get there, right? So, for all the way across, or from Anderson to fucking Central Valley, right? 10-15 minutes, any place you wanted to go. And then interstate driving, back then it's like a mile a minute at least. You could account for 220 miles to Sacramento is about that. Takes about 2 hours to get there. You stop in Williams or whatever, McDonald's, whatever. Because you always went down there for field trips and stuff like that. So it was pretty standard, right? And then people started driving faster because their insides, they don't know how to slow down and keep. People that are all peaceful inside aren't racing around like lunatics. It's the people that have no peace within themselves that are trying to get there, create the chaos outside of themselves, as I understand it. So and then here in New Mexico, you have to half that. So it takes, or double that. You have to add twice as much time any place you go. So even if you go 10 miles, it still takes 25 minutes. See? Because of the mentality. Because here, people are slow inside. Not because of peace or serenity, just because I think the Taos hum. It's generations of people doing the same thing over and over. People basically are sustained by any place, not just Taos, it's any home, any community that is predominantly born and raised. What happens to somebody that sits in a chair for years? You start out with your heartbeat, and ultimately It's like every now and again. And there ain't much accountability in New Mexico. They prove it every day with how they behave. And one of the things that I am very unamused with is like the little fucking racers that fucking race around town and wreck and kill people all day, all night, don't matter, just because they have no regard for life, and they don't care about themselves, and they don't care about other people's. And there's that little shit stain down in Albuquerque. I woke up to that today. It was so fucking funny. I want my mom. I want my mom. Go social media and fucking put in the search bar. I want my mom, boy, from Albuquerque, dude. They're all like that. All of them. I'm talking like the guys that race around, not all the males and like that. Well, because they came from my generation. That's why I didn't have kids, dude. I don't want to be perpetuating any of this shit. I saw it coming. I've been talking 7-8 years about what's happening now. While moving around trying to take care of my mom while I watch, like, the astrologers, the same people sitting in the luxury, not doing anything for anybody else. That one guy, dude, I fucking lost so much for that guy, respect for that guy. He was right there in Kerrville. He had every opportunity to fucking do something and help his community out and then share with his people what he did. Make sandwiches. Like, there's all kinds of ways to. I make these stickers, or I don't make them, but I have them made, and then I hand them out. It's backwards. Straight people like rainbows too, but I'm autistic, and so I always did this rainbow order makes more sense to me, and so, and then when I was in 3rd grade. The Hopi came to dance for us because my teacher was in their tribe, and then they came to dance, and I learned of the Hopi prophecy, and then I was like, oh, that's the color wheel, And then years and years later, because I didn't know I was Native until 2018. Mom was adopted, and we thought we were Italian because of her nose, and there was rumor of her last name being Cisneros. And then we end up in Taos, New Mexico to find out that she was born 20 miles north of here in Cuesta. I found out her mom was Chryselia Cisneros, and we moved here from Salem, Oregon. So if ain't that because I followed my heart. And Mom's DNA activated and brought it, because I got her DNA. So we got, let's go back to Mom was born, because when she was born, she had 2 club feet. She has little baby deformed. And they'd say, oh God, she's cursed. The only curse is being born to a family that would throw a baby away. So they put her in an orphanage, and terrible things happened to her. Until she was 3 years old and got adopted, and then she had to have all these surgeries. Didn't walk until she was 4 or 5 years old with casts with those little nubs on the bottom. She was so damn determined. 5 planets in Sagittarius. She's the traveler, and ain't nothing gonna stop her. So we ended up back here, and now I'm like, so none of you motherfuckers. She's surrounded by 1,000 fucking relatives, but none of you motherfuckers could have stepped up to take care of her. Boy, I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to forgive people. Because y'all suck. Because if you don't take care. She never did drugs. She never did alcohol. She just liked some guys that weren't fucking worth her time. She learned her lessons, though. And I learned my lessons from watching her, so I didn't even have to do the same shit she did. I had to learn how to defend myself against men, though, because there's more men out there that are dangerous. And I'll give hitchhikers rides and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna give fucking nobody a ride that is gonna overpower me. I'm not gonna let people walk in arm's length to me. You know what I mean? Like, I am that. I'm like one of them real life Sarah Connor bitches. I missed expert by 1. I almost got a little ribbon that says I'm an expert marksman. But I got marksman. I only mixed. I shot like 39 out of 40 or 38 out of 40 is what I shot. I think like that. But it was fucking like that was 2000. That was winter in 2000 in Texas, and that was the year that they had ice storms. my my little warrior week, which was like camping, which I never got to do as like camp as a kid. So that's what it felt like to me. I'm like, this is the military? Are you serious? And we did have a 5 mile hike, but I was one of the last because I'm short, so I was the last. But that just gave me the opportunity to watch everyone else. And we were having an ice storms that week, and the girl in front of me, we had our bags, our big old bags and stuff, and she had her bag, and she her boots were giving her blisters. So I was carrying her sack, trying to lighten her load, because she was having such a hard time. Like, she ended up, I think, getting out because she had to go to the hospital. She was there for like weeks. Like she got it. She had her blister was like my burn blister when I burned my leg when I was a kid, and the red lines started. It started getting infected. The red lines started coming. So it was like a freakishly, like it was the worst. So and then because with my history with mom, that taught me how the importance of taking care of your feet. Speaking of, mom, we gotta soak your feet today. We soak them with Epsom salt because her feet are just, they're very tender, and she doesn't like to be messed with. And I forgot to put her slippers on last night, but she goes back and to feel secure. She sleeps in slippers. She has her shoes on now because I forgot to change them last night because I was tired at that time. But I just think it's pretty remarkable because she's a happy lady. She's so. I took this little video of her last night, and she's just so joyful, and she's just constantly reminding me that of not sweating the small stuff, and that how it's all small stuff. Like, she's just so. Wait, where is it? Where's the big one? There it is. She carried my friend, my earth angel got her that I call it her surrogate sass. It's a little rabbit stuffed animal, and she holds it on her lap because 5 years before she had a dog, mom had Sassy Sue. I did a video talking about her. It still gets views from time to time. Makes my heart feel good when like the views pop up and it says Sassy Sue. So mom had her for 19 years, and when she passed, or for the last 5 years, she sat on her lap. And then, like, when she died, mom was just like, sit there. And it was harder on me than mom, I think, but still, it's uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable because her muscle memory, and muscle memory is important to her because of the dude that slammed her head in the car door. It affected the part of her brain that processes. So she knows how to do, like, she'll get up in the morning and go to the bathroom by herself, but then when she's awake and cognitive, like, she doesn't remember where the bathroom is, and it's right there. And I see that they're cutting all this funding for, like, old folks' homes and stuff like that. And I empathize with those folks that are continuing with that, but because I know what I know of the system is the reason why I promised her I would never put her in one of those places to begin with after the guy slammed her head in the car door and she was in the hospital. And I mean, she's been fucked up. Hey, Miss J, how are you today? Hey, okay, hey. I'm a little Heyoka. I'll never be that important to be. I hope I'm never that important to be a capital H Heyoka. I'm not gonna capitalize Hessig. I ain't gonna capitalize Heyoka. That's like the only identifier. Well, I am female. I really don't like to identify as much. I don't even know if they say Earthling. What's a Earthling? Are Earthlings the one that are freaking watching the people suffer, or are we the one that trying to help them? It's hard to tell which ones the Earthlings are. So I gotta go. I gotta get in gear. Maybe I'll use this day, this Aquarius full moon energy, because I'm pretty freaking amped myself. And then, because there's this lady, Moonbeams. She's on TikTok. My fucking hair's getting so long. Look at this shit. If you go back to my early videos, like, I had my head was all the way shaved, and this is like since I moved here. And I just cut off, like, I did that ponytail thing and just cut off like that much. I cut my own hair. My barber left. Hope she's doing good. I bet she's a great mom too. She had a little baby not too long ago. And then the gal that does Tuck's nails, she's gonna come over today and do them. I'm excited. She just had a baby 2 weeks ago. All these little boys, you know. But I just know the energy, because that's like, to be born at this time. Dude, this is how the meek is inheriting the earth. Have you noticed how many, like, for every family, and sometimes there's like 2-3 kids that are like me, like autistic, like me. Like, I was one of those, like, informational sponge autism. That's the autism I had. And then I hate when people get mean. Why are you being mean? Why you gotta be mean? My brother's a Virgo. Why you gotta be so mean? Dude's the epitome of mean. An imbalanced Virgo is like the fucking worst thing in the world, I think. Not the balanced Virgo. See, they're all bad if they're in balance. I'm Aries, well, Pisces and Vedic. I'm leaning more towards Vedic these days. But they're all kind of the same. Like, you mix them up, like, you use different ingredients and come up with the same cake, pretty much. Like, so, but a lot of my placements are the same in both. Like, in both Vedic and Western. My Gemini is in my 12th house with Saturn and Mars. Saturn's 29 degrees. I carry Saturn on my shoulder. They say Saturn is Satan, that egoic, might is right, all that shit. That's why I don't mind that Saturn is so big here, because on this one, I'm ruled by my heart, and my heart is standing turtle. I'm standing turtle. That's like my, you know, I used to kick it with the Ninja Turtles. Yes, MJ. I feel that in you. How are you guys doing where you are, MJ? I'm eager to know. Taos is weird. I have been getting Mom out more since Benny died. We lost Benny July 14th. Which is weird, because that was like the mom of this terrible relation. I've only had like 4 or 5 girlfriends, like, in all my years. I never dated a whole lot, like, you know, and most of them wouldn't claim me. And so the second one died in a car wreck a few years back, I saw. And her mom, her birthday was July 16th, Cancer. And her mom's, I think, was the 14th. I think it was vice versa. I think that's how it was. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Anyway, hope she rests in peace, Patty Joe. Um, but she wasn't very nice to me. I like girls that are fucking mean to me. My parents hated me. It kind of happens that way. I learned different. I don't like them like that anymore. You know. I'm pretty asexual these days. It's been 9 years since I've been on a date, so that's not, my priority is about to get up and start her day. We don't always get to do, we don't always end up with the life partner that we think we're going to end up with, I don't think. Let's see. I want to see. There it is. Not a bot, by the way. Cool. I wonder where your mom's from, if they're even there. Baseball. The baseball guys are always dicks to me too. See, you want to know how people really are? Put me in the room with them and see how they're gonna treat me. And if they're around their friends, yeah, that's a good measure. Because I'm Scorpio moon in Vedic, in Western and Vedic too, in both of them. Like I see bullshit. I see people's behavior. I don't ignore it. I just, I'll pretend like I don't, or my face doesn't. Like, I mean, I can't be around people I don't like. I can't be around vibrational frequencies that I'm not in alignment with. Because I gotta stay calibrated. And people, it's like, all the meditation in the world, ain't gonna keep you freaking calibrated and fucking Taos around all the Taurons and between the Taurons and the freaking born. See, because, I don't know, the vibrational frequency of a place is contingent on, like, how it was versus, or born and raised versus transplants. And I think Taos has, like, reached its capacity of over half people live here now are from other places, so. And I don't know why it's. Never mind, I'm not going to say that. Anyway, I encourage people to know your chart. I was looking at mine today because I was listening to Molly and McCord, and I have Capricorn in my 7th and 8th house. And if you ever wonder why you do the things you do, just, do one of those deals and just see or just do one of those birth chart readings, see what it has to say, and then pick out an aspect and then look it up. And so it came up with today, and then I'm going to get going so Mom can get up. Capricorn in the 7th and 8th houses in astrology. When Capricorn and Earth signs, because I don't have any planets in Earth, but I have houses in Earth, which is my saving grace. When Capricorn, an Earth sign ruled by Saturn, is placed in the 7th and 8th houses of an astrological chart, it impacts how the individual approaches partnerships and handles shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. Here's breakdown what this combination means. 7th house partnerships and relationships. Serious approach to relationships. Individuals with Capricorn in the 7th houses are likely to view partnerships, whether romantic or business, with a serious and commitment-oriented mindset. That's why I don't see people, like, I'll try and work with people, and then, like, because I'll see what they're about, and I'm like, oh, recognize something in them. But see, they don't recognize anything in me, which tells me the thing I think I recognize in them that I think is like isn't really there. Because if it was, they would see it in me, because like attracts like. And then I just go on my way. Because they're not serious. I am. Loyalty and dependability. They are loyal and dependable partners who value consistency and reliability in others. And my behavior reflects what I want to see in people that I want to be around with. High standards. They tend to have high standards for those who they allow into their inner circle. My inner circle is a dot. I let so many people in. Again, I say, they didn't recognize anything in me that I recognize in them. I got unfriended this morning. I'm down to like freaking. I get unfriended. Yep. Emotional guardedness. Emotional vulnerability can be a challenge, and it might take time for them to open up fully in relationships. For me, that's not so true because I don't have time to waste, and there's other placements in my chart that freaking negate this. Value for tradition and structure. Saturn's influence fosters a respect for tradition and structure, potentially leading to a desire for marriage, family later in life. Growth through relationships. Relationships can be a path for personal growth, teaching them patience, emotion, empathy, and emotional maturity. I try, again, where I am, it's hard to find because people are self serving, and I'm here to be service for all. And they're here for service for them. Partners who established and Partners who are established and ambitious. They are often attracted to individuals who are hardworking, goal-driven, and already established in their lives. Well, why not? I'm established in my life. What am I going to help? I would like to offer guidance and tell people what I did to get established in my life, and then they can take it or leave it. Usually, people leave it. So that's that. 8 Taos, shared resources, intimacy. I don't want to. I don't want to read. I'm done. I'm tired. All right. So I think that's about it. Couple of quick headlines. See if the world's getting any better out there. MSN. Bill Clinton gets massage from F. Dude, this is so old. This stuff is so like that's what the Earth is a it's a mirror. It's a merry-go-round of headlines, movies, songs to get people to stay on that merry-go-round because of their emotions instead of letting those people get off that merry-go-round and go out and live for themselves. Welcome to the Great Awakenings. About all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.